Critical Blast, where pop culture gets blasted.
And good evening, everybody. I am RJ Carter, Senior Managing Editor here at criticalblast.com. And tonight we are back to talk about crowdfunded comics. We were going to be here yesterday. We were scheduled. We were ready to go with Mr. George Peter Gatsis. But, you know, the internet, we didn't make an appointment with it, and it kind of pooped out on us. But fortunately, the internet Mounties came and restored George's service. So he is with us tonight. George, how are you doing tonight?
Great. I'm so sorry about not appearing yesterday. You know,
well, stuff happens.
I just want to make a public statement. Let everybody know. It was a stressful time. It wasn't my fault.
Yeah. Internet goes out. It's like, how do you tell anybody? You email them.
That kind of thing. It's really just strange. Sometimes just when you're expecting it to be perfect, nothing too fancy.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a perfect day.
Yep. You get used to something working. That's the boat I'm in right now, because okay, I've got this laptop, works great for streaming. That's what I told them I wanted it for when I bought it. It's refurbished. And I said, hey, can I buy it with Office? And they're like, yeah, $35. They licensed Office on there or something. I'm like, perfect. It was like Office 2013. I didn't care. And then 2 weeks ago, all my Office documents come up and say, this is, where's your key for this Office? This is not right. This is, I'm like, oh, great. They counterfeited Office onto here, and Microsoft finally found out about it. So,
well, I have a prepared statement for as an apology. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. I ran out of gas. I got a flat tire. I didn't have change for a cab fare. I lost my tux in the cleaners. I locked my keys in the car. An old friend came in from out of town. Someone stole my car. There was an earthquake, a terrible flood, locusts. It wasn't my fault. I swear to God.
I believe you. I believe you. Did Testify write that for you?
No, the great John Belushi.
Oh.
Blues Brothers. On his knees, groveling before Carrie Fisher.
Oh my God, I totally forgot that scene. Because the only ones that stick out in my head is, it's the Penguins. And
yeah.
Man.
We got to see the Penguin. We're on a mission from God.
4 whole fried chickens and a Coke.
Yeah.
That was good stuff. I've got my evening coffee ready in my X-Farce reloaded mug.
Look at that. You're a Don Chin lover.
Well, you missed it the other night. I had my Don Chin mug, and I had my Mandy Summers what T-shirt on. So I was fully decked out in my crowdfunded gear.
Holy smokes!
But yeah, if anybody in the chat knows how to get Office working again, I've spent like $100, and I've been taken by two scammers who sell licenses that don't work. So PayPal is on the. I've got to wait for PayPal to refund them, but I'm not going to get Office 365. That just makes Microsoft the scammer. I'm not going to pay a monthly fee to be able to write Word documents. It's stupid.
Oh, don't you have an old license? I mean,
no,
10 years?
They installed it on the computer and then gave it to me. They didn't give me the key.
Oh, for crying out loud, really?
Yeah.
Those buggers. So,
I bought one key and it didn't work. And then I just got one off of eBay, and then they emailed me the key. I'm like, okay, this is bad sign, because I was expecting a disc to come in the mail, like an install package.
Yeah.
Especially when they say, new and unopened. I'm like, yeah. So I got that, and I found a way to download 2016 because I had 2013, and finally got 2016 all installed on it. Said, okay, enter your key, and I entered it in, and it's like, this is for a bulk purchase of 2016. Go see your administrator for the right key. I'm like, I am the frickin' administrator on this PC. So, yeah. Damn you, Microsoft.
Yeah, that's the way it goes with them. That's
And-
how they make their money.
And nobody in the chat has yet said, that's why you use a Mac.
There is one person who would say that.
What do you use, George?
A Macintosh.
See, there you go. Okay. That's because you're more into the art while I'm more into the text. And Macs are good for that.
Wait a minute.
What?
You're telling me you got an entire PC and you're using it just for text?
No, I stream on it. And sometimes I make videos, but I make them in PowerPoint, the way God intended.
Okay, so couldn't you just spend the same amount of money and get yourself a tablet?
No. Chromebook?
Or a MacBook or a Mac Mini, whatever you call it.
Nah. I don't get along well.
Okay. So you're only having a problem with just
Office.
having
Office.
Microsoft Office?
Yep.
You know, there's other Office apps out there that you can get, right?
Do they open up my old Office documents?
Of course they do.
Well, then I may just have to do something because if there's a clone for PowerPoint, then I will get that.
Yes.
I live off my PowerPoint.
There's PowerPoint. There's programs that are like PowerPoint and all that stuff, and they have the compatibility to open up and resave into their format, and vice versa.
I will check that out then, because this spending $50 at a time for licenses is for the bird.
And you're on a PC, right?
I am. I'm on a Lenovo.
So there's an Eco Store for that PC. All you have to go is go to that Eco Store.
Okay.
And then just look for Word programs, PowerPoint programs. And it'll clearly tell you, yes, they can open up PowerPoint. Yes, they can open up Word doc. Oh, gosh, man. This is like me doing tech support back in the early 2010s.
Hey, I'm a 30-year IT man. This should not be a problem for me. But it's all because Microsoft decided we can make this a subscription base and collect money from now until the end of time.
What about the fonts?
Yeah.
There's a few websites that give you absolutely free fonts that are as good or better than the stuff that they're trying to make you purchase.
I download fonts all the time, and I get them for free. I mean, I want to say that the font that I used for this is, both of them were ones that I downloaded for free and added into my system.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
So I'm a font collector. When did this? From the moment the music began playing, testify. That was when the senior citizens. Do I have to pull out my AARP card and show it to you? Because I can do that. Oh, that was. This is a damn fine cup of coffee, George.
Tell me about that. Is it roast flavored? I mean, instant?
It's not instant. It's definitely dark roasted. So how long were you without internet yesterday?
Well, I just stepped away just to get something to eat, and I had my computer rendering. Trying to finish off a corporate job, and then when I came back, everything looked good. I said, okay, might as well check my email. Waited, kept on waiting, didn't think anything of it, and then I kept on waiting more, and then I said, oh my God, my internet's down. So I checked my plugs, everything was working okay. So I checked my little app that gives me a green light or orange light.
Yeah,
and it gave me an orange light right across the board.
That's not good.
So the thing that blows is that I couldn't call anybody because my iPad, which is my phone as well,
your voice
has a phone app, and the phone app wasn't working because there was no internet. But something I just realized. Oh my God, you're gonna kill me. I realized that I have wireless features on this iPad. I could have just switched the Wi-Fi off and just went with the cell phone signal.
There you go.
Oh, I could
have done that.
It's been, I don't know, 3-4 months since I've actually switched to cellular service on my iPad.
I'm going to use the camera. Yeah, come back on my phone.
See, exactly like that, right? That's how I felt yesterday.
Yeah, Wood couldn't get to work. I got a tripod for this, and I'm going to get it out. Boy, if it wasn't in the car, I'd get it out right now. And I'm going to use this as like a second guest, and then I'm going to just set it up on the table here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
While I assemble my latest little purchase here.
What is that? That looks like a Batman thing, because I only see the Batman logo and the shine. Oh, there it is. Yes. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, this is Batman. What's it called? Batboat: The Penguin Pursuit. So yeah, I get to build a little batboat and a little rubber ducky and a penguin and a Batman, and it'll be be something to do. Yeah, this show is better than last night. Last night's show sucked.
Yeah. Last night's show was dead. I couldn't believe it. Wait, is that a PVC set? It's like a Lego kind of thing. What is it?
Yeah, that's Lego. It's a Lego set. It's a tiny little Lego set.
So what is it, like 40 pieces altogether?
54 pieces.
54 pieces.
54 pieces, and it's for ages 4 and up. So,
what does the disclaimer say?
Oh, the disclaimer says, warning, choking hazard, small parts, not for children under 3 years. Okay, so explain this to me, George. It says under 3 years. If you're 3, you're not under 3 years. Am I correct in that?
That's right.
But then it says right next to it, for ages 4 and up.
Yeah.
What is this limbo between age of 3 and 4 where you're just like, I can't play with this?
If you're 3 years old, you're gonna, you're
screwed.
You're very screwed, because the police are going to come in and either take it away from you, or they're going to put you in chains, for violating the Disclaimer Act.
Exactly. It's like Mr. Potato Head. Well, I'm sorry. It's like Potato Head said. Ages 3 and up. It's right there on my box.
Exactly.
I got a screen here I want to share. You have to share it sometime, because this is kind of important here. I'm at 3,540 watch hours.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
That means that I'm only 460 watch hours away from having 4,000 watch hours. And when I've had 4,000 watch hours, y'all have to sit through ads on my channel after that.
How many more subscribers do you need to get to that point?
Oh, I got plenty of subscribers. I'm 370 over the minimum. And thank you, everybody who's subscribed. Appreciate it. But yeah, you've got to have 4,000 watch hours over a moving 12-month window. So I could have 4,000 one day and be like, yay, and then have 3,987 the next day if something falls off the sliding scale. So you really need like 8,000 watch hours to be able to take a night off.
Yeah, they keep moving the goalpost on you, don't they?
Well, yeah, because we were monetized at one point, and then they did move the goalposts on us.
Oh my gosh! Have you ever to release your stress? Have you ever thought of getting a life coach?
I used to be a mentor. I have mentored people. I was active in a group called Toastmasters International, and rose up through the ranks of that, and mentored.
You mean you came in as a busboy? A waiter, a servant?
Yeah, I was just a public. I was just afraid of my own shadow at the lectern when I would give public speeches.
And then what happened?
Practiced and followed the rules and delivered more and more difficult speeches and became a distinguished Toastmaster.
So, at what point in this journey up the ladder did you actually have to play golf and schmooze with the rest of them?
I didn't have to play a whole lot of golf, which is good because I'm not that great at it. I do okay for like the first 4 holes, but then on the 5th hole, that windmill, it gets me every time. I can never get through I just time it right every time where the windmill blade just knocks the ball away. So.
Wow.
And I can never putt up the anthill either.
I hear that's fixed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had like a, I don't know. Can you have like a quadruple bogey? I was at +9 on the hole. It was horrible.
Well, the last time I played a professional golf course, mini, mind you,
yeah,
was in Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls.
Niagara
Slowly,
Falls.
I turned.
Step by step,
inch by inch. Attack of the Boomers.
Yep. And I was doing pretty good, and I was writing my notes down, keeping good score.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, when I handed my scorecard in, the guy said, "Well, this is pretty good, but you missed the middle holes." So it turns out that when I hit number 8, I should have made a 90-degree turn.
Oh.
And started playing number 9. No, I turned the other 90 degrees, and I went to the dugout, so to speak.
Okay, you went straight from 8 to 12 or something.
Yeah.
Well, I went shopping today, George. I went into a jewelry store, which was a mistake. But
usually jewelry stores are a mistake by themselves. Why do they even call it a jewelry store? It should be called highway robbery.
Yes. Well, I went in to buy boxes at the jewelry store, and
you went to the jewelry store to buy boxes.
Yes.
Okay, I have to say this one more time. You went to the jewelry store to buy boxes.
Yes.
It's like me saying I went to the ice cream vendor to buy bread.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Which, like the waffles that they roll up into cones, you can use that for bread.
Okay.
I did end up buying a little sterling silver Razorback, but I went to the store to buy boxes because I'm like, these are what I want. I want boxes. And, they don't have them. They had these boxes, which are a little too small and cost $7 a piece. I'm going to go to Uline and find the boxes I need because what we have, we do the annual best of every year on the website. And we did the best movie of 2020 and the best actress of 2020 and best comic of 2020.
Yeah.
Well, this year, instead of doing the goblets with the engraving, we have these little puppies.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
And this is just a proof copy, but that is printed on metal. That's ink sublimated on metal in there. And on the back of it, it will have another disc, which will have the person's name and category and year and what they want it for.
Oh, so this print will not come off if you put mayonnaise on it.
No. This is
okay.
Yeah, this is under the metal. But I wanted to, when I ship them out, I wanted to put them in a nice little box, presentation box. So when they open it, there it is. So I end up, not finding boxes there and still dropping $60 on a silver charm necklace. I hate going out shopping because I will find a way to spend my money.
Well, you could always, take a moment and look in the yellow pages for boxes.
I could, but you know what? I look for jewelry boxes on Google, and they're like just selling me these 6-foot-high armoires for hanging necklaces. I'm like, no, I want a little box.
Oh yeah, those armoires are really not for hanging necklaces. They're just for getting rid of the expensive bodies that, the stepbrother had killed the stepsister so he can get the
yeah. I hide them.
the inheritance.
I used to hide in them all the time, and I never came out in a forest.
Exactly, but some people do.
Very, very
all
upset.
bagged and ready to go.
You bought any comics lately, George?
Yes, I did. I bought lots of comics digitally, of course. Physical copies. I bought what do you call those? IDW oversized.
Oh yeah, you shy away from the physical copies most of the time, don't you?
Well, I like to go for the deal. I mean, I'll buy the digitals first, right?
Yeah.
And then I see that the book's competent. It's well written. It's well produced. The artwork's good. Everything about it has a good understanding of the craft. Okay, I don't judge style of art. I don't judge poor writing. I look at the overall presentation. If someone's going to tell me a story, I look at the story more than the writing.
Okay.
I don't judge the writing at all. Period. That's so important to me.
Well,
And a lot of people really don't even think the way I think in terms of going for something.
Yeah, I've been buying a lot of comics lately, and I hope I get good art and writing. I mean, sometimes I don't know. Some of them have just got crazy prices on them. I don't know what they're thinking, but they sell. Obviously, I had my Biden bucks. I'm like, oh, what the hell? I'll throw it at it. I'm getting Pirate Queen here because I saw that it was finally coming to a close.
Yeah, but it's not digital. That's the thing that bugs me.
Yeah, I know.
They have a mission against being digital.
Well, I'm kind of like, I get people like digital. They don't want to pay the shipping, or they're way out in the boonies, and they don't have a place to put their comics while they're working. But I'm like Stan Lee. Comics are like boobs, or they look good on the screen, but I'd rather have them in my hand. And this apparently on Twitter is Titty Tuesday, which is a new thing that I wholly support.
I was not aware. Can you explain this to me? Because it sounds like nice.
It is kind of nice. It's like I don't know that I don't know that I could actually even show the tweet on YouTube, but if you,
well, they are being a little robust in their censorship.
Yes, I mean, if you can't show somebody's butt on with a thong on it in a cartoon,
yeah, on YouTube.
But yeah, if you just go out to like a Geeky Pixie 9, and that's at GeekyPixie 9. Follow her. She's made this. She decided, is it Taco Tuesday or Titty Tuesday? And everyone said, duh. And she said, okay. And she posted pictures of herself on Twitter, topless. And I'm like, and it's staying. So Twitter is apparently much more relaxed about their what they will allow to be on there.
Well, yeah, they'll allow pornography, but hey, if you talk about it, they will, subject it to harsh scrutiny.
Absolutely, you just throw it up there without comment.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I've literally seen in flagrante delicto, let's do the deed in a little video on Twitter. I'm like, seriously? And I'm like, I don't know who that is, but unfollow them because I look at this at work sometimes and I don't need that going across my timeline. Star Circuit, I got that one. That looks cool. That's like Tron. And then the Kill Journal is one I really wanted. That's that leather-bound hardcover one. So I can't wait to see that.
Yes, I've heard about that, and I think I did back that myself.
Glenn in Monsterland is one I keep checking to see if it's going to cross that funded barrier. 35 days left, and it's 62% of the way there. backer kit says that it will make it based on the trends, but it's like it's going to make it right here at the very tip of the iceberg, right at the very tail end. So get out there and back Glenn, and usually that's what we're here for, is to promote comics. So hey, go out there and
this one has a good chance. I backed it.
I did too.
Characterization's pretty solid.
I'm gonna paste it in the chat here in case anybody wants to back it, because we want you to back something tonight.
Yeah. You don't have to back up your car, or back up your friend as he's going into a flea infested, drug infested, drug den.
Yeah, I wish I'd backed up my copy of Microsoft Office before I moved down here. I could just re-image my machine. So I've still got 2 days before you check it. Forever 2 days. This was a good one too. I think you did back this one, the Indie Revolt sequential art collection that Randy Zimmerman had up.
I think I did. I think they have a digital, right? Because
yes, they did have a digital version.
Yes, I did.
There's a squirrel on my ledge. Yeah, this one's looking great. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I had no idea.
Multiple creators under the same roof.
Whoever
thought of that?
Go figure.
Yeah.
Cluster Fudge, I don't know what that's about totally yet, but I'll be honest, I threw $15 at that to make it funded because it was
he got a haircut. Let's see him deliver now.
I'll always help a hippie get a haircut. That's the way.
Exactly.
That's what they did back in my day.
Yeah, I needed to sell a vacuum cleaners, and every time I go to the, knock on the door, I say, "Do you want a vacuum cleaner, ma'am?" And she goes, "No, it's okay. I already got one. I'll shave my head if you buy my vacuum cleaner." And she goes, "Well, okay, sure, why not?
Yeah.
What the hell? It's better than watching the soap opera and wait for the milkman to pay his special visit
at the back door."
Exactly.
Yes. El Crudo looks like a good one too. I bet I got the all 4 issues package of that one. You ever notice how things become hot in multiple places at the same time in as far as ideas go? I mean, we had everybody was doing werewolves for a while. I know that one guy has a wolf character that he's getting a 3D print of through you, and I was in on the discussion. He's like, "Well, should I have the armor on?" I'm like, if you don't put the armor on, he looks like any of these other werewolves that are out there. It won't look like your character.
Yeah, you might as well just go to the store and buy yourself a universal werewolf guy.
Exactly. So you definitely put the armor on. But there was that, and then there was there have been other ideas that I've seen so far that have just females with hammers. We've got Hammer and we've got Hammerella, and it's just repeatable. So El Crudo is out in front of the monkey with a gun trend that we've got going on. That's he's an orangutan that was dropped into Vietnam, and I was talking with the creator, and he's like, "Yeah, he was part of a whole troop." I'm like, "Oh, you should make sure that it's it's a platoon of only 8 other apes." And he's like, "Well, yeah, it is 8." I'm like, "Good. Their code name is Prime 8." and I don't know that he got it, but but when he showed the interior art, yeah, there were 7 other ones in the line there. I'm like, "Yeah, they're the Prime 8." Nobody gets my puns.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I mean, okay, I have to give you that one. I mean, like standing ovation, slow clap.
No, the one that nearly got me kicked off of Twitter was yesterday when I said I wanted to sit down and watch Star Wars with a bunch of my friends in fancy dress drinking bubble tea, and I asked who would come to my Boba Fett. It's like, Yeah. Arachne the Adventure Begins. That's the. I don't know how much I think I spent all my Biden bucks on comics almost.
It's ridiculous how quickly and easily.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's not like saying you're hitting a golden age of comics. It's just that you're hitting this really good peak of quality talent. It just coming out, expressing themselves, and
Exactly.
it's really hard right now, even for me, to say, oh, okay, I'm not going to back this. Oh yeah, I am going to back this. No, I'm not going to back this. I don't. Okay, yes, I'm going to back this. Okay, you know
I
what?
had to back this one.
If I don't eat anything today, I'll have just enough money to back this and this.
I have done that. When I was in college, my entire budget was like, what's the minimum I can spend on groceries and survive so I can have the rest of it left over for my comic collection.
Exactly. You got to get the John Byrne, Terry Austin, Claremont X-Men,
Yep. Now I was self-shamed into backing this one because I was watching him on another stream, and I just came in at the point where they had refreshed the screen, and I had like a little bitty window, and they're like, and they all cheered, and I'm like, oh, it funded, and I typed into the chat, funded, and they're like, wait, what? Refresh it again. I'm like, oh crap, because he was like, still like $90-something away from being totally funded. I'm like, they're like, RJ, you stupid, and I'm like, okay, here, and I funded it for $50. I'm like, there, I my mea culpa. I will do my part to make it fund because I was an idiot.
If you convert it to pesos, yeah, of course it's funded.
Oh well, of course. I had Japanese pesos. You ever heard of those?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had Japanese pesos and Japanese centavos, and they're paper currency, and I had no idea what they were for the longest time. So finally, I was working as a civilian at the Air Force, and I brought it in and said, "Hey, these are my grandpa's, Colonel. Can you take a look at these?" And he's the old crusty colonel. He's like, "Oh, I know what these are." And basically it was funny money that they printed up for the soldiers to use on base, and with the local vendors, and they would honor it. They would redeem it, yes, because the people. It was to keep you from spending American currency, because the dollar was worth so much more, and everybody who was, running shops in Japan wanted the American dollar, so they had to get this made up currency, and such.
Oh, so this currency is worth something today, isn't it?
I don't think it is.
Just on its rarity alone,
Yeah. It's sort of like, Confederate dollars. It's like, yeah, the full faith and credit of what backed it before is not there anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
X-Parse reloaded the ceramic mug. That's, hey, fulfilled. You order one of these, you will get it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what this visibility thing here means, because anytime I check a campaign, it never shows me who's backing it anyway. So.
Yeah, that's true, eh? Yeah, it's like, why ask to be anonymous or, have your name out there? It's like,
well, yeah, it's not like GoFundMe.
No one's going to see it.
Yeah, GoFundMe was like, every time you would put something up there and it was anonymous, you would see this rolling ticker. That'd be cool if Indiegogo did that. Say, hey, here's all the people who have, backed this thing, and you could put messages up there. You buy it in other people's names. Yeah, that's what they used to do with GoFundMe.
You could say, how dare you back this book?
Yes.
I thought you were my friend.
Do you know how many times? Do you know how many times Renthmus would have bought Cyberfrog if they did that kind of a scroll?
Oh yeah, that would have been ridiculous.
It would have been funny though. The company men, Dead, White, and Blue. Oh, I got to see how many have purchased on this one, because I know it's funded, but okay, 128 backers. I know that means that there's probably 80 to 85 American backers. Those are the ones I'm fulfilling. So I'm kind of figuring how many
So this is a
supplies I got ordered.
personal thing.
Yes,
This
yes.
is a personal job.
28 days left.
You're taking it in from the inside, aren't you? You know, it's
Yes,
an inside
I am.
job. Yeah, that's the ticket.
I'm totally doing that. In fact, let's see if I can. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I can't open my. Yeah. Whatever. I don't know what happened to my I reinstalled PowerPoint, a new PowerPoint, so I probably can't use my old one. Sucks.
Son of a gun.
I would have showed you the bag designs that we got worked up, because what we're doing for our first 5 customers, and we've already got 3 of them, for no extra charge, we are doing. I'll show you. Do not go away.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're watching Critical Blast step away from his camera.
This is riveting stuff.
You can see the wall in the back is riddled with
termite holes,
clothing,
yes.
And some sort of.
I built a closet.
That's a closet. I thought it was a bed.
That's not a Murphy bed. That's a closet. It's a zippered up closet. Bought it at Walmart.
Zippered up closet from Walmart. Okay.
Yep. So this is your Gemini mailer thing, right? Well, when I package up your Gemini mailer for our first 5 customers, I'm going to send it in its own little poly bag. It will be sealed shut, and I'm going to label it here instead of on the box, and then on the other side of it will be your comic book logo and artwork. Not mine. This is obviously for our stuff.
Yeah.
And then when it shows up on somebody's front steps, it's going to be an event. It's going to be like, they're going to want to show this on video unboxing it. So,
are you going to have a wax seal on the other side?
No, it's just a peel. It's just a strip peel down. But I don't want to make it. It's the post office, George. They'll scratch that wax right off of there. They don't treat it anywhere near the dignity and caution as a royal courier would do back, in 1600s.
Okay, just making sure, because that looks like a slick package.
It is a slick package. If it got wet, your hand would slide right off it.
Yeah. The package is hydrophobic.
Yes, it is. Have you ever checked out The Rabbi from Another Planet, George?
Yes, I have. He's a very interesting fellow. He talks about Bible and God and religion, and at the same time, he shows you titties.
Yes, proof that God wants us to be happy.
He's a very conflicted man.
Well, he's Jewish, so he's more intellectual than intellectually theological than religiously theological, I believe. I think that's how they kind of describe that. But Rabbi Zvi, I was on his channel a while back, and I've got to have him. No, I had him on my channel.
I remember.
He's very high energy. And I think he's actually added some stretch goals here. He did. He's he got the Deanna Troy.
I'm very confused. Is he licensing these out?
Nope, they're fan art.
Yeah, but it's not original art. It's all it's all being mass produced under the print machines, the printing system, which means it's no longer original. It becomes a copyright issue.
I don't know. Well, it's the UK for one thing, so there's a totally different copyright thing going on here. See, he just crossed 6,000, so that means, we haven't crossed the 10,000 one yet. That's when he makes it cards. Right now, it's a hand-drawn sketch card, so these are not mass-produced, or would not be mass-produced. It would just whatever you like, or you can choose from a series of 10. So, and and you'd also get the drafting.
Okay, so those are examples. Okay.
Yeah, these are examples of what will be the hand-drawn ones. Now, he does have,
that's a pretty good example.
These are the mass-produced ones.
Okay, yeah, okay. Those are mass-produced. Those are actually proprietary to him. Okay, got it.
Yeah. And then these are the other ones he's got. He's got Judge Anderson.
Oh, look at it. Pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, something slipping there. And then Space 1999. Yeah, he's got more now. He's the Force is female. These are new. These are new added ones. And the Deanna Troi one. So he has added more cards. Thank you, Rabbi Zvi. Got some, and he's real knowledgeable on Doctor Who, and apparently does not like the new one at all.
I respect him even more. Excuse me.
Yeah. His shows are often about how much the new Doctor Who show sucks.
Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh.
Rascal's Song of the Banshee. I backed this one twice. I actually, because
that sounds familiar. Let's look at the visuals on this.
Yeah. I mean, this is well, you know what? This one's actually got a cool video. I'm gonna well, you know what? No, I've gotta stop the screen share. I gotta reshare it with sound. Otherwise,
of course.
Otherwise,
hey,
there's no point.
Look at this. We're talking about the Blues Brothers too.
Yeah, well, that's the first thing I actually thought of too when you said it. So let's give this a listen here.
All right. I was all I can think of watching that was like Josie and the Pussycats.
Long you know what? It's
ears for hats.
Yeah. Well, they're a punk rock band of rabbits, and in their very first issue, which I have, their band breaks down at the crossroads. And if you know anything about music, strange things happen at the crossroads. And they come across a goat man, a red goat man, because I guess they didn't want to say it's the devil. So they just call him the goat man, and he challenges them to a music playoff. He's like, hey, I'll fix your van if you beat me in a music contest. So they do, and he gets angry about it, and their band starts up, but then he curses them too. He's like, you'll forever encounter, basically you'll encounter the supernatural wherever you go until you play a song better than the one that you just played here. So they, from gig to gig they go, and it's like, there's gremlins and there's banshees, and it's always going to be something supernatural happening that's going to, and they've got to do the whole Scooby-Doo thing, except there's no rubber mask because it's real ghosts and real demons.
So they really ripped the head off of the person saying, "Ah, so there you are."
That would be a great Scooby-Doo. Look, it's actually, and then they just pull the guy's head off, and Red's holding it and screaming.
Yeah, the skin, the bones, the blood, the whole thing.
Yeah. Somebody should have done that with the Joker of 2017, the one who actually had his face taped onto his skull, who got better somehow in an unexplained fashion. You could have ripped that face off.
Yeah, that was a weird time. It was
Yeah, it
very
was.
strange, actually.
But I did back this one twice because I got the book. I got the $20 book with the stickers, and then I got one of the original inked and signed drawings that Kurt did. I got the one of the main character, this guy here. He's actually an animation director. He's got stuff that's on Cartoon Network, the good stuff, not the
Well, it's the quality of the talent that I'm seeing here. It actually speaks to that. Yeah, he's a very talented.
Yeah, I think they both are. The first book, it was fun to read. It was good to look at. Um, oh well, darn it, the video is over. I was gonna go in there. I was gonna snipe John Malin's stream for a little bit because he was talking about the butt that ate YouTube.
Yeah, I super chatted him, talking about stuff, and he totally avoided it. Do you think I should have picked a better time than him talking about his own book while I super chatted him talking about somebody else's book?
Oh well,
aren't I a stinker?
you got to read the super chats. That's the deal.
Yeah, probably read it just before he goes to sleep.
And hey, I wanted to get back with you too on this one here as well, because this one's that Confederate monster one.
Oh yes, that was an easy. It's like the moment it came in, it's like, okay, where's the digital?
Yeah,
give me digital. It was very easy.
I think he's got digital. I thought, but yeah, he's still 0 out of 10 in this cover commission claim. I can't believe that. Because he's not. That was the discussion I remember we were part of there, where he was like, well, he's a newcomer, and I was like, oh, okay. But then I've talked to him again since then, and realized that he's not a newcomer. He's done stuff. He was on. He did Feast or Famine for Alterna. He did another book, the name of which is escaping me now. But yeah, he's done things, and $250 for a color cover. And by the way, he said, it's not that I'm just like saying, here's the cover. I'm like doing it the size of a cover in full color, and you have the art and all the rights. If you want to put it on a T-shirt, you want to make posters, you want to put it on a billboard, you want to sell trading cards, it's yours. Do what you want with it, as much as you want with it. Atlas Origins.
That was tough. That's a tough thing, man, to swallow. I don't think people appreciate what their purchase would give them.
Yeah, because if you get an art cover of that quality, and you're able to do whatever you want with it, you can do a lot with it.
You can take it out for dinner.
Exactly, like a roly-poly fish head.
Exactly.
But you got to watch where you take roly-poly fish heads, because they're never seen drinking cappuccino in Italian restaurants with Oriental women.
Of course.
But other than that, you can take it out to see a movie. You don't have to pay to get them in.
I actually worked on roly-poly.
Oh, well, roly-poly is different from roly-poly fish heads.
I know, but they're still rollies.
Yes, yes, they are.
Oh, look, it's Testify.
Testify's here.
I had a conversation with Testify a few days ago.
Yeah. What did he yell at you about? I mean,
well, he wasn't really yelling at me. He was yelling at this life coach. And I asked this life coach, how's your day? What's going on? And he was more interested in interviewing me than me interviewing him. And I asked him, so what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm out and about, getting some sun and everything like that. And I go, oh, okay, so you're deficient in vitamin D. That's why you're out and about getting some sun. I was not really. I'm going to the pharmacy because my kid needs some milk. Okay, so you're deficient in vitamin D, and you're going to go to the pharmacy to not only, save your kid from starving, and also buy some vitamin D from the vitamin D dealer right beside the pharmacy.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes perfect sense to me.
Poor gentleman. He wasn't prepared for smooth questions. Yeah, I think he wasn't prepared at all. I don't think he was. He ever had an interview. I don't think he even went to an interview. I think he just expected that he was special and he could do anything he can, and no one would call him out on it.
I have there's a guy in Australia that's a good friend of Testify's too. I assume because Testify's talking about him all the time.
Yes, I believe the gentleman you're talking about is the one that's rich and he's good.
He's good at money and has lots of sex. Yes.
Yes, that's it.
I got email today from a PR person at Hulu that made me pretty much think that he's getting his own Hulu series. So I know that people like Alasmat have got IMDb credits and they're on Roku, but this guy has gone and moved on to Hulu.
Well, look at that. Now we understand why Needle has been telling him to keep his mouth shut on stream.
I guess so.
He pulled back. He's actually moved up. He's elevated himself beyond our reach. And he's right now rubbing elbows with the hubnubs.
Yeah, you don't want to queer the deal.
Nope.
So I just thought that was very interesting when that came in today. As first thing I thought of was like, well, all right then. And
the likeness looks uncanny. It's an uncanny likeness.
It could use a little more tan to it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I keep feeling like there was something we were supposed to talk about.
I don't know, but going back to that life coach.
Yeah,
I owe Testify $1,400 in life coach lessons.
Oh, so you owe him all your Biden bucks? Oh, wait a second, you're Canadian.
Trust me, the Biden bucks, they see no border.
So that was almost like 1,400. That's almost like you're almost a millionaire in Canadian.
Yeah, I know. I will testify $1,400 in Biden bucks. So I've been trying to become a life coach to other people so I can bill them $1,400.
There you go.
And ask them to pay in care of Testify HD so I can, square my debt with Testify.
You get 1,400 of them at $1 a piece. It's easy money.
Oh, now I'm up to 3,200 after what? I'm telling you, this guy is worse than the mafia, man.
The interest on this is just it's usurious.
Yeah, there's more interest than the principal. In fact, the principal is getting drowned by the interest.
Oh, there are no principals in this.
Yeah, absolutely not.
In this loan whatsoever. So what did you owe him the original $1,400 for?
Well, I asked him a simple question: should I? And he goes, "Yes, that's $100." I go, "But," he goes, "Absolutely yes, that's another $100." But and he goes, "No, that's another $100."
So he was your life coach.
So far, by the time I finished even trying to get out a one sentence, I was up to $1,200. But then on Finatra, he had another $200 on that stream, and I try to get Finatra to pay the $1,400 in care of Testify HD. But no, Finatra brought in his life coach, which actually has a life coach of their own, and he has a life coach of his own, and so forth. So
because any good every good psychiatrist has to have their own doctor. You don't see yourself, so every good life coach has to have their own life coach.
Yeah, exactly. So when I was actually trying to, he wanted to interview me, and I very nicely suggested that, well, if you really want to know me, you just answer my evasive and intrusive questions. You'll understand everything about me.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love this page here, by the way. This is the referrals page. This is this shows how little I do for people that come on my show. It's like one, 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 two, two. One,
Two,
one, one.
two. Ah, 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 ah,
So,
ah.
yeah. Oh, three wonderful backers. Ah, ah, ah. So yeah. Oh, I got 3 for Confederate Monster. So that's not a bad deal. But usually it's just 1 or 2. I get you. I get somebody 1 or 2 backers. It's and okay. Here's the crazy thing, George. I'm getting backers for people for projects I never had on, that I've never seen. I had to click on some of these things to find out what they were, because like, you know, kidding me. I'm sorry, I saw something there that just freaked me out that I didn't know.
You didn't know that you backed that?
This isn't stuff I backed. This is stuff people have backed through me.
Oh, you mean you're the conduit?
I'm the conduit. This is my referrals page. So somebody went out and got John Della Rosa's science fiction and comic store for $80. And because of some referral they got on me, and I don't remember ever referring it. I'm looking down at Rocan now here on the very bottom, like, what the heck is Rocan? Because I've never seen Rocan.
Oh yeah, that's something Wooster from Pangea is trying to push. Look at this art. It looks really great. You know what's sad about this? Look at where they are. Look at where they are right now. They're only at $1,000.
Well, they've only been at it for 5 days.
I know. I've been at it for 5 days too.
But what have you been at for 5 days?
I've been at it for 5 days, and I got like 18, 19 backers.
Oh, you got a project?
No. It was something that, you know, on the back burner. Nothing really.
Okay.
Nothing.
This is some really cool art.
Yeah, it's premium stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Thing is, I have no idea how I ended up referring anybody to this. I think what they must have is like Amazon. And by the way, folks, if you ever really want to help us out, knowing we don't do the super chats, because not yet, we don't have ads. If you ever just go to our website and click an Amazon link, even if it's not the thing you want to buy, just go to Amazon through it and then go to the thing you do want to buy.
Oh, you know what? That's interesting. It's my YouTube channel is at 250 something, and I can't monetize myself yet. So I could just say, "Oh, buy me this item from Amazon." It's only like $300, but you know, it's going to a good cause. Yeah.
You could do that, but here's the thing. See, we do have an affiliate account with Amazon. So you know, when we promote something on Amazon, like you know, the movies we review or the comic books and stuff, then they kick back a couple of shekels for referring somebody. But they'll also, you know, if they go on to buy other things after you've referred them for like, I think it's up to 30 days. If they come back to Amazon and buy something, you get referral fees on that too. So I'm thinking that Indiegogo must have a similar thing. Like if somebody was referred to Indiegogo through something that I did, and then they also went and bought something else, and that referral comes back and says, you know, he came to Indiegogo because RJ sent them here.
So let me understand: is you have a fillet as well as a referral?
Yes.
Wow. So you can eat and refer at the same time.
I can. Well, you know, it's lots of fillets this time of year because it's, you know, the fish gets lent to me, and so far I haven't returned any of them.
Oh, by the way, did you know we discovered on Finatra Stream that if you want tin, you know, good quality tin, metal, it comes from fish.
I knew that mercury came from fish. But you have to catch a lot of them.
Yeah, you know, the silverfish. The reason why they call it silverfish because, you know, when they catch it and they skin it, you know, the scales themselves are getting melted down into tin.
That I had no idea.
Me neither. Not sure they know either.
So I think they melt it over aluminium.
Possibly. Yeah. The life coach didn't know that either, and he was surprised.
You learn so many things on the internet.
You know what the difference. You know what a winner gets and a life coach get. You know what's the difference between a winner and a life coach?
What's that?
A winner gets a trophy, and a life coach and a life coach gets entropy.
Entropy. Okay. Yeah. Sinatra needs 9 life coaches after he was on his last show.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. It was like watching ducks get shot in a barrel.
Oh, that's terrible. That's horrible.
Yeah, there was no way out.
So, by the way, I want to know, does Donkey Madness know that it's spelled COIF?
I don't think he knows.
Okay, because I'm like, really? QUAFF?
Oh, look at it. He's got hair that that will never see the light of day.
I know, but that's not how you spell quaff. That's not how you spell quaff.
I know, but maybe he was thinking of queef.
Oh,
I know.
Thanks, George. But yeah. Hey, Mary Machine Gun's in the chat. I haven't checked on their campaign in a while. See how well they've done. Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's got a search feature. Wow.
Yeah, this is like
like this is so awesome. Like wow.
All right. Well, boo hiss.
Does that have a digital?
We'll find out. It says ended, but it also says funding. So I'm going to see if it was like in flexible goal. All right,
very
Max
nice.
DeVille. But still ended.
Let's see. Let's look at the story. Let's see what the story is all about. Here's a story of Mary Machine Gun, who had 2 very lovely guns. All the guns were very loaded, and she used them to blow up all her sons. Mary Machine Gun. Mary Machine Gun.
Oh, he says the Indiegogo didn't do well with the Kickstarter. Let's go look on Kickstarter. Let's look at comics
Mary Machine Gun, the debut comic from Atrocity Press, is coming soon, and you can help make it a reality. Mary, a member of the Templar Order, is tasked with hunting the supernatural in order to keep humanity safe. After destroying a vampire, she is tasked with going undercover in a small town, Kentucky. This time, to hunt an entire pack of werewolves.
Undercover, half naked.
Yes.
In a small town.
Well, no one would ever suspect she was a nun.
Of course not.
You go around half naked, and no one's going to think you're a sister.
Fall under the spell of evil that seems to permeate humanity to its core. Find out.
Who is
that? I think you're a cosplayer.
That's okay, son. It's just someone pretending to be a nun. Don't worry about it. Move along.
Go. You do not want to miss.
She still wears like a head covering. But it's ratty and doesn't fit well. It's a bad habit.
This is perfectly with any Batgirl comic collector's inventory. Help us make this come to life and become a reality. Back at today.
Oh, look, they actually do use my cosplay line in the second book. Yeah, that's cool. I wonder who owns the rights to Evangeline, because that would be kind of a cool crossover to have Mary Machine Gun.
Evangeline, wait a minute, is that the McFarlane chick?
No, that's Angela.
Oh, that's Angela. Oh, Evangeline's what's it called? The other guy, Rob Liefeld.
Nope, that's Evan. Okay, hang on.
Oh no!
Google to the rescue!
Not the search again! Oh no!
Okay, images. Make sure that none of my search history catches up with me here. Okay, this all looks safe. This is Evangeline. This is Rob Liefeld's. Okay. This is Evangeline. From the 80s, also known as Nun with a Gun. Was never the official title, but that's what she was. Yeah, none with a gun. So that would be a fun crossover for Mary Machine Gun and Evangeline to come together.
Wow, that's I never really thought about it, but wow, those two properties are so different, so unique. I could tell the difference right away.
They they are, really are. Who else have we not picked on today? I do like that cover. I mean, I'm glad it went. I'm glad it made it on Kickstarter at least. 94. What in the heck is? You know what I love about a good comic for me, George, is one where I can look at the title and I get a mini comic in my head.
Only a mini?
Well, at least just from the title alone, it's like it's like Superman. I'm like, oh, I know who Superman is. He's going to do Superman things. 94. I don't know if that's a page count or the year that this happens. Rage-Tality's War. Okay. Is this somebody I know? No, it's not somebody I know. We should have him on the show. Looks a lot like the Max kind of artwork style.
Sounds unusual.
Yeah. So he's gone to the Rob Liefeld School of Martial Arts, where you position your body in the most uncomfortable position possible and prove that you can still fight. I give props to the costume designers because it takes a lot of effort to. Let me pump this up just a tiny bit here. Why am I telling it to get bigger and it's getting smaller?
Try the opposite.
Well, it's doing it because it's flipping. Because it's Windows 10 and because it is going to change its format based on what it thinks is going to fit in my window. It's reactive. But anyway, yeah, it takes a lot of talent to figure out how to make a costume design so that when the pointed little thing comes around the curvature and the bumpages of the boobages, if you look at it from the right angle, it'll still look like a straight line. You got to catch it at the right angle to make that happen. It's an illusion. It's an optical illusion. They're very flattering in the crotchal region. I mean, the boobage region.
But of course.
Of course. This, I think I know where the influence is coming from. So, yeah, Indron, Ashcan. Yeah, this is definitely. I think 94 must be the year. So yeah, it's an all new time traveling, action packed, nostalgia fused adventure featuring Rage-Tality and Co. And Company. I know that. From Shelby Robertson, he's done 3 campaigns. He's in Tucson, and he has 272% of his goal. Still has 26 days left. So well done, Shelby.
That's beautiful.
It's a comic book that I did not know was out there. This would make a fun idea for a stream for somebody who had talent, just like to go through Indiegogo and just say, hey, show me comics. What's out there? We'll just go through them, stuff we don't know already. I have no idea what this is. I don't want to look at it. Yes, I know this one's Nasser's. I threatened.
Let's look at Nasser's.
I threatened yesterday to get Nasser on the stream that we had scheduled and interview him like he was you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Evangeline was Chuck Dixon's property. Well, that means that this might be a thing that's doable. That would be awesome. Because I bet Chuck would work with you, Mary Machine Gun. Because he likes the CGers and the crowdfunders and stuff. So this looks like George. You know Big Daddy Roth.
I'm aware.
Okay. This looks like his kind of stuff that was in the cartoons, the cartoons.
Oh, the cartoons. Yes.
Yeah. He did the Rat Fink kind of thing, and then he did all the other illustrations for cartoons that had, zombies and monsters and brain eaters and just really weird looking things. This is good art. Who's doing this art? This is Jason Robinson. Oh, well, no wonder. Spawn artist.
Yeah, he's been around the block.
Yeah. Oh, I might have to get it just for this cover.
Well, this was another easy sell for me. It was backer number 2.
Yeah, but you got the digital, didn't you?
Of course it did.
Of course. So let's see here.
I know Nat's going to deliver a hardcover, but you know what? I get the digital that much quicker.
I got to figure out which one this one is. I'll back this SCP physical, I guess, because it's not the rot body zombie one. But I like digital recursion. I like infinite recursion.
Yeah.
So I will assume that $10 will get me that one. What's he got in here? This is like an EC book. Unsettling stories penned by writer Nasser Rabadi, drawn by Spawn artist Jason Robinson. 22-page collection contains 4 stories. Okay, let's do the math here. 22 divided by 2 is 11. 11 divided by 2 is 5.5. Okay, so each story roughly 5.5 pages. Hey, James, good to see you, man. Yeah, I mean, DC was doing, at least 3 stories in 22 pages of House of Secrets and House of Mystery and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I read the hell out of that stuff. So yeah, thank you, Nasser. This, you know the problem with this book. I'll tell you right off the top, right off the bat, what the problem is with this book. It doesn't say number 1 on it.
Oh, that's a collector's no.
Well, it's not just that, because if it said number 1, that would then, carry with it the implication that number 2 would follow.
Of course, it would follow.
Because there is a market and a hunger for a good horror anthology comic book series again. In the vein of the old ECs and the DC Ghosts and Witching Hour and stuff like that. Although I don't know that we really want to see, drunk uncle take little Timmy out to the woods and bend him over like that. Oh wait, he's making little Timmy dig up a skeleton hand. I don't know what's scarier, the fact that creepy Uncle Bob is standing behind him here while he's on all fours, or the fact he's got this muck encrusted mockery of an arm. See what I did there? There's nothing to be scared of. Quotes around titles when you're talking about them in a sentence. Vicky confronts her Vicky's in the book? Cool. Confronts her biggest fears, but they just might get her first. Don't open the box. A knife in darkness. Charlie finds a friend.
He always finds a friend.
Charlie finds a friend. Charlie also carried the flag when I was in first grade. That's another book entirely.
Son of a gun.
He needs to capitalize on this. He wrote Stardust. You know how many people have read Stardust and seen the movie, and all he's got to do is say, "Hey, Stardust, me," and doesn't have to explain anything more beyond that.
I read Stardust. I thought it was a really well crafted book by Nasser and the artist.
I read the Stardust by Neil Gaiman. And that's the first thing that comes to mind when I think about Stardust. What else we got here? We got Death Shroud is in demand for fans of Spawn and Venom and Darkness. Let's see who Death Shroud is. I don't know who Death Shroud is. It's by Chad Larson. Hey, your neighbor.
Oh, just on the street.
Yeah, you know Chad. He's in demand right now. $24,000 raised by this thing by 482 backers. So hell, all right, let's give it a spin.
I'm Chad Larson, and I'm the creator of Death Shroud. We're building something special with Death Shroud. This is a new, dark, anti-hero story and character. With all the success lately with movies such as Venom and Joker, I feel the industry is primed to introduce a gritty new anti-hero IP. It's been since 1992 with Todd McFarlane's Spawn that we've had anything innovative or groundbreaking penetrate the mainstream, and I feel Death Shroud is that new exciting character. Our all-star talent lineup will deliver a 22-page, fully colored AAA product that will captivate, thrill, and scare you. And with your support, we can bring this character and story to life. We're currently halfway through the comic, and with your support, we can get this book over the finish line. We understand that some of you aren't able to support this campaign financially, and that's okay. One of the best ways you can support this project is by sharing it with your friends and on social media. It's always been my dream to make a comic book, and I thank you for your support for making Death Shroud a reality.
Wow, that makes me want to.
That artwork is better than some of the stuff Image is doing now. Oh, look, it's got a Brett Booth cover.
Well, yeah. See, that's the thing. Let's look at the insides.
This is the variant. So I don't know if Brett Booth is the variant cover. Oh, this is. I don't know. Let's get past the covers here. Getting a lot of pinups. Okay, interior page examples are the ones that were done. Yeah, this is sharp.
That's not bad. It looks pretty good. And by the way, how's my audio?
I can hear you just fine.
Excellent.
Yeah, this is oh yeah. Okay, so here's the transformation, kind of like doing a Witchblade thing here, and there's Death Shroud. He survives the explosion and walks out of it. Looks like it's some sort of alien tech.
End of story. End of the first book.
Yeah, right there. You've read the entire thing. Now help us get issue number 2. So let's see. Here's the synopsis. When a special ops mission goes wrong and his entire squad is killed, John Azrael. when you've got that name, is like, you're just sitting around waiting for your superhero origin to happen. John Azrael is transformed into a creature from his nightmares. John soon discovers
I'm feeling like a testifying moment right now. It's too many talk, too many words,
too many words.
Too many paragraphs.
We'll try. We'll try to make it shorter than a Nasser Rabadi book. John soon discovers he's one of the Nephilim. Nephilim. That's another thing that keeps appearing over and over in books now. X Allen's got Nephilim Squadron. Not using the Nephilim at all. He's using the name, but still the name is there. And his very existence poses a threat to the established cosmic order. With a conspiracy between heaven and hell against him, John embarks on a mission to take revenge on those who murdered his mother. Armed with only his wits and newly discovered powers, armed with only my wits and great cosmic destructive ability, John must maintain the balance of cosmic forces while protecting his fiancée, Elizabeth, from Cobalt City's corrupt leaders in this action-packed anti-hero adventure. So he's got to take revenge on those who murdered his mother, and he's got to protect his fiancée from the corrupt leaders. Now, what do the corrupt leaders want with his fiancée? What did she do to them? Is she like a reporter who's onto their antics? And they want to take her out of the action, so she's like a Lois Lane type? I don't know.
Possibly.
Oh, look who the artist is. There's the answer to everything.
Oh, no.
That's why it looks so good. You got Ryan Stegman involved here. You got Kyle Hotz. You've got Brett Booth. So yeah, that's he's got an all-star roster of artistic talent behind him.
So this comic book is costing him quite a bit of money.
Yes, it is. I mean, Kane and White is not going to be cheap.
Yeah, he needs to feed a whole family, and brand it wasn't enough.
If your life gets too long, do you need an extra life coach, George?
You know, I'm already $3,200 in debt to him.
Well, I mean, he testified as saying the stream is making his life seem too long. So he might, you might need an extra coach, an extra life coach.
Tatsunami it came over from
hey,
from my channel.
well, hello, Tatsu.
Hi, Tatsunami.
Glad to have you here.
Yeah.
He did raise. He did get it back with $14,000. He's made $24,000 so far. So hopefully that's enough to pay for half the book. I don't know what he charges. I know it's not cheap. Here's all the stuff that YouTube starts to recommend. Darn it, they took down the Malin's butt stream, so it's not there now. Doggone it! I would have played that. I would have played it. They probably took the stream down again.
He probably read my super chat at the end.
You'll find a whole bunch of new. You'll find more traffic on your channel now after this.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, did Pops come in here? I missed Pops popping. Yeah, there he is. Hey, Pops. Looking forward to CromCon this coming Saturday here. Want to get in on that. I need to find a guest star for the LCS guys this Saturday too. And I also need to find a bombshell for April. I've not found a bombshell for April yet. That's weighing heavily on me.
Explain this bombshell theory to me.
Oh, well, you see, for the past few years now, we have a monthly feature called the Critical Blast Bombshell of the Month. And it's a cosplay feature. So we find people who are into cosplay, and then we make them the focus of a single article, and that person, he or she, is the Critical Blast Bombshell of the Month. Sort of like Weirdo Ellie was here for March. This is her, Pennywise, and she, goes through the litany of questions that we give everybody. And that's, three examples of her cosplay here. You can click on these things and they'll bring up bigger pictures. So we always make it so you can really take a good look at the work that's being done there. And the thing is, George, is that at the end of the year, when we do our best ofs, we also include all 12 of the previous bombshells for that year and let people vote. And they also get one of these little medallions that show their name on it, and that they were the bombshell of the year for 2020. So
wow.
So it's we put effort into it, and I've got to find somebody who will be our April bombshell. I've reached out to a couple of different people. I had hoped by this time that people would see it was a thing and start emailing us instead of me having to go hunting.
That's not bad.
Recruiting, but it's not become the audition thing yet that I had dreamed of, which is fine. What's this? This is Ultra comic book. Ultra. Okay, a dark atmospheric cyberpunk comic created by Henry Cox, who's done one campaign, and this is it. He's got a $10,000 flexible goal. So I guess if it's flexible, you can afford to be audacious with the dollar amount you're going to ask, right? I mean,
yeah.
If it's a flexible goal, you might as well say, "I'm going for $1 million." Just
not over ambitious.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to be flexible, why don't you just go $25? Because that way, when you reach 1,500, you're blowing up the algorithm, and you're going to be the front thing on Comics We Love or something like that. Projects We Love. What is this? Set in Dren City in 2041, working as an enforcer for an underground crime syndicate. The violent things Jack has done are finally catching up to him. They always do. Disgusted with what he has become, Jack decides to leave everything behind and leave Dren City with his only real friend, but there is no escaping the truth. This sounds a lot like The Last Goodbye.
Possibly.
Yeah. Something is lurking inside Jack, an ancient gene. Okay, well, that's not The Last Goodbye. Embedded in his DNA, the reason he was so good at his job, something more than human. With his plans to leave the city, Jack is stunned, I tell you, to learn his best friend has gone missing. Knowing the horrible things that go on in Dren City, Jack fears the worst. As Jack searches for his missing friend, an evil beyond comprehension awaits him. All right, so it's a horror, cyberpunk kind of story thingy. Looks like it's done in black and white. Has sort of a scratchboard kind of look to the art, which definitely gives it some extra creepiness. Now I wonder if it's going to be colored in places. That's kind of interesting.
I don't like that. I mean, there's a lot of effort here to make the black and white look absolutely spectacular. Why would they go to the trouble of a single color?
Well, I mean, this is the lighted metro sign, so it's casting a glow over everything.
Yeah. Or like the blood splatter, that kind of stuff.
Oh, look. I really want to find some of my panels from Preacher at this moment and look for that face, because that looks a lot like Cassidy.
Actually, does, doesn't it?
I could be wrong. There's a lizard guy.
The composition is really, really good, by the way.
It is. It's a lot of cool looking stuff in here. So what's he's taking tryptochrome. Name unknown. No, this name is tryptochrome. No, he's long. I guess they extracted it from somebody and they don't know who they got it from. Okay. So that's one of the top recommended things when you look for comics on Indiegogo. Let's bring it back up and see what else is here. After that, we got things like, Black Flag. I think it's got enough attention. It doesn't need ours. 202,000.
I just want to know what the potency of this Black Flag is. I mean, does it actually really do kill bugs dead?
It will. I've heard you have to double it over to basically get a better grip, but it will kill bugs dead if you smack them with it. Graham Nolan's Alien Alamo is doing well. It's raised 73,000.
It's Graham Nolan. What do you expect?
Exactly.
The guy's such an amateur.
Yes. Yeah, he's the bane of our existence.
Exactly.
Had him on the show too. Would love to get Fraga on the show, but haven't heard back from him on. We've asked, and we don't beg. We don't ask more than once.
That's right.
Need to get tonic.
We have this cramp in our knee.
Yes. We do need to get Tonic back on the show though, because his stuff is good. Saving the World #4. So that he's got a series going here, and he's funding all of them so far. I love Illustrator Monk's work here. Illustrator Monk's got one too that is on my list of things that I need to back on a certain day. He's doing that Eclectic Coven, which is kind of like Electric Oven, but Shadow Hunters Bite Me comic book. Some vampires prefer beer. This one's funded, but I'm curious. I want to see more of this one. That's why I clicked it, and that's why I expect you to display the page now. Okay, so this is from Jason Dube, or Jason Dubé, who has done 3 campaigns, and he is at 661% of his flexible goal. So let's watch.
Lilith created the bear. Vampires created the clans.
Order! Order! I call for order! Gemma, you stand here today before the Great Council for your act of defying our sacred laws of
Oh, look, it's Nosferatu.
That I would dare defy the plans of the High Council.
You will need to feeding by force if necessary. This is the Council's final decree.
But I'm not really what you would call a traditional vampire.
Well, you know, it's
Oh, no. Stop.
Won't allow.
What is this?
My kingdom for an editor. No. This got past a writer and a letterer, which means that the writer probably lettered himself. Dude, no, nothing takes me out of a comic more than somebody. I've got this review I've still got to write, and I've been putting it off because I've liked the book. It's a great adventure. It's well drawn. And the writer knows he needs an editor, and he's getting it on the second book. But still, so many writing mistakes. And that was on Doc Salem from Preston Acevedo. It's a great story. I love the adventure concepts. But no, you don't do this. Takes me right out of the book when I'm correcting the spelling of it. Okay, let's get the butt thinger.
You can't stand against the council. They won't allow you to break our laws.
Well,
What the hell do you think?
now wait a
they'll
second,
do
this
to
is
me?
already on YouTube.
Okay, fine. So you want to drink blood? What kind of life can you have as a half-clan?
The choice is easy. I'll drink beer.
She is too powerful to allow her not to become one of us.
What? Do you really want her to become full blood and be even more powerful?
No. I want her dead.
What is happening?
This halfling girl is going to tear our entire council apart. Go!
Okay, so
Lilith.
no, you don't have to repeat it. Didn't ask you to do that. So it's like half the art is done in this realistic style, and half of it is done in this John Crick-Falusi style. George, your audio sucks now.
No.
Oh, okay.
Gosh. It's it's like I'm futzing with the audio right now. It's like I'm seeing the gain go all the way to the far right. I'm going like, okay, how do I bring it back? And it's like the settings are automatic.
Yeah, this is one that
that's a very good illustration. I like that.
Yeah, I mean this is great right here. That's what he's selling it on as the covers, because interior wise, you
hard to sell.
You start getting this like Courage the Cowardly Dog kind of style here, and then you get the Bratz dolls thing, but then it gets it gets sort of realistic again. She doesn't want to drink blood. There's more cartooniness to it. I don't know, maybe it's more cartoony than real. But then you get this. That's okay. This is being sold.
It is pretty good. Let's put the link in the chat here.
You can do that. I have my reservations on some of it, but hey, Ryan Wynn's in the chat, man. How's it going, man? This is okay. Not my cup of tea, but what the heck? Why not? It's see, now this is nosebleed warning. I know he's paid a lot of really good artists to do these covers and pinups, and he's got a good artist on the inside too. It's a totally different style. It's like opening a can of tuna and finding peanut butter, or vice versa. I'll eat both of them, but when I'm expecting the one, that's what I want to get.
He does a spoof on Spider-Man. Yeah, I see. Yeah.
So This is the Mike S. Miller, but no, this is not Mike S. Miller. This is this is Shane Davis's Starlight Cats, Merlion Rising. He's over 100,000 now. He's crossed that border, and he met Barnaby. So Maverick's Decimation has hit its $2,000 border. We've had Mavericks on the show, so that one's going well. Fiendish Chapter 1, Demons. I don't know what that is. I have not seen that one. It must be clicked. Fiendish Chapter 1. See, he's got Chapter 1, which tells you, there's going to be another one. She has that. And she's done 2 campaigns. It's her second one. So let's check out Fiendish.
That wasn't bad.
That's it. No, it's got a very ElfQuest vibe to it.
Kind of ElfQuest-ish, cowboy-ish.
Yeah,
that wasn't bad at all.
Who's she got doing the art on this? I want that information up front. It's an independent fantasy comic by Irene Strakowski, which I'm going to take at this point to mean that she is writing and drawing it, because she does say who the guest pinups are from, without mentioning a separate artist. So I'm going to assume that she's doing it all. So double threat.
Yeah, I can see that. It's a possibility.
So we got, she.
It could be ghost artists. That is a thing.
Yeah, that could be. What's she charging here? If she had to pay an artist, then it would be. She got a $2,500 goal, so that's not within. I would expect if she had a ghost artist, she'd have a higher payback. This is flexible. She's got 29 days left. You know what? I'm gonna link that one. I think this is I don't have to. Harrenberg is taking care of everything. Hey, Cross Comics, how you doing?
He was very good at keeping up.
Yeah, he is excellent at this, and I for what he charges, it's a deal. We are Cross Comics. We are here just we just typed comics into Indiegogo, and we're seeing what we get hit with. To see the stuff that we haven't funded already, or the stuff we haven't given to already. I have not seen this Magic Cop thing up close and personal. I have, but I've seen them on other streams. I haven't had them on mine. Forsaken Gods has been on our stream. That's ended. Let's hit the show more button. Yeah, show us more. Stump number 2, comic book. Does comic book automatically get appended to the People just put it there. Okay. So let's see what this stump is about, because looks like a big old monkey book. But it's number 2, so we got Stump's adventures continue in this 48-page action-packed comic. So it's 48 pages, it's funded, and it is a $10 comic book. So, not a bad deal. There is no video. Sorry, Stump. Boy, look at them arms. Stump's got himself a Lipheldicus trapezius here. It's not bad art, but what's it about? Well, you can get the original cover art for $500. Before we get too far into the details of Stump number 2, I think it's important to explain what my vision is for Stump as a character. No, just tell me what the book's about, and then the character comes from that. It could be, my goal is to create a book that could be picked up and read immediately after you finish Stump number 1 remastered. No, it should be a goal to be able to get a whole story and not need to have read Stump number 1 remastered and still understand it. Okay, so he gets an Iron Giant here for a while. Rides on that. And then the sandworms rise up from the cornfields. And he just, he plows into it with mighty massive muscle and a plaid shirt. Knocks it out. One punch man. Good art. Really good art. That's cool. I'm not hearing a thing, too, by the way, if you muted yourself or turned your gain down. Yep. Okay. I had to check the timer. Like, did we get kicked off? George is probably going to get something to eat. Let's see. What was we got? The Immortal Asadi. There you are. An immortal thrown into a power struggle.
But there is something about having something to eat and actually eating it. Confusion used to say that.
Yes, Confusion said a lot of things. Let's see, Immortal, hockey mask hooded guy. I've seen in too many comics, so not.
You know why it's broken up like that? It's because Odie did his own lettering and editing.
Wait, is this Odie's book here?
You think?
I don't know.
No, it means no.
Who are you talking to?
No. I got my creators mixed up. Sorry, because there's so many creators that are trying to do everything themselves, and they don't look or try to proofread the work properly.
Yes.
And the thing about proofreading your work is you got to have a second set of eyes on it.
Absolutely.
Or you proofread it backwards, so that way you can disassociates what the next word comes. Sorry about that. It's just that.
Yeah, and
you know why I say this. Listen to this. Over the past 2 years, I've helped lots of comic book teams get their project polished technically, so it's ready for the printers.
Yep. What they do.
And the thing is, every one of them that I'm helping so far is they start off, good intentions, everything's great. They forgot to handle the technical issues at the beginning. What's the trim size? What is the bleed? Right?
Are you reading ahead?
Oh, yeah. What is all this? And then once you've known your technical limitations or your technical boundaries, then have at it. Make the best book you can make.
Yeah. And our services as proofreaders are available to you. I do more than ship comics. I will also read them. Hey, Shannon Smith has done 5 campaigns.
I promise to proofread the book with my eyes closed.
This one is this one's over. Never mind. You know what?
That's the thing. You look at it, you go, "Damn, this book is great." The campaign's over, and you can't back it because they're done. You know what? Or they didn't reach their funding. Come on, guys. If they're listening to anything, go the digital comic route.
Yes.
One sale equals one purchase. One purchase equals one sale. You can get your book out there.
The current plain comic issue.
Sorry. Buy. Go to have your files. Go to a digital press. Get 10 books in your hands. Sell those 10 books. Then get another 10 books. Sell those 10 books, and so forth.
Let's see what we got here. We got the margins out of the mermaids. We love you, Adam. I'm teasing. No, you've heard too much shit about that already.
He was really pissed when I called him out on the margins.
Well, it was a web comic, but it looked weird. Blue Phoenix. We've had Blue Phoenix on. Yeah, he's funded. He's at 2,000. That's a good deal. The Driver, Intro of the Phantom, an AR motion comic.
Let's have a look at that.
Yeah, that's a motion comic. Not many people doing that.
I'm not thrilled about that, but I'm thrilled about to see if the work is good.
Oh, this is a Vimeo. When your work is too spicy for YouTube.
Hey everyone, hope you guys are enjoying the preview. I'm Chris Hung, the creator of The Driver. I'm also a CGI artist for some couple movies that you guys may be familiar with, such as Into the Spider-Verse and Marvel Spider-Man. But today, I'm here to tell my own Kickstarter, The Driver. It is about a ballet boy and his magician brother taking down street racers and drunk drivers.
When Jacob and Cody lose their family in a car accident, they become vigilantes, watching over the streets of Los Angeles. They will not stop until they hunt down every street racer in town. Jacob works undercover as a valet at a nightclub. His profession allows him to select a variety of machines to carry out his mission. Cody scans the streets for any signs of illegal racing. And when he spots a dangerous driver, he sends his brother intel on the location and make of the car.
Jacob drives off to punish the offender, like a soldier, picking the right weapon. He must choose wisely. He takes his pick from the parking garage, an arsenal of high-power JDM, American muscle, and European exotics. But Jacob has to be very careful returning the machines without a single scratch. Performance is everything to demolish the enemy. His driving style is no gimmick. It simulates real driving techniques of professional drivers. Jacob's heroic stunts are backed by Cody's strategic planning. He lays down
he's got a Lightning McQueen.
Creating an illusion. He helps Jacob disappear right before the cops show up. That's how the driver delivers justice. We created this superhero to showcase the positive aspects of driving for our next generation. And hopefully, the driver can bring joy and safety to our road.
With your support, we have successfully launched The Driver as a comic book. Now we are moving forward to our next goal, which is adding animated panels to Intro of the Phantom. Since CG animation is very expensive, we have to take a step back and tell a story as a comic book. With your help, we can increase our budget and give you more. Having this new AR viewing technology, we can integrate animated action scenes inside this book. While you're here, please select a reward so we can put our superhero behind the wheel, and we can even put your car into our series, just like how my Evo shows up in the trailer, so the driver can go out punish those street racers.
Oh, yeah, I want my Buick Regal in there.
Yeah. Drive responsibly, at maximum speed in the city.
Yeah. Okay, Vimeo, how do I get you back down to a regular size here? Oh, probably have to hit the escape button. I want a button, not that. Anyway, he's made 200.
So is this closed, or they're still in demand, and do they have a digital option?
It's nothing but digital. Yes, there's a digital copy for $15. But I think what they're doing, you can still get the hard copy of the comic too. I think what they're trying to put is something different.
Can you put that in the link? Sorry.
Sure thing. Yeah. So it looks like there's going to be like an app that you can view the panels with.
Yep. Augmented reality.
Yeah. That'll be kind of cool.
That is a lot of effort for the return that they're trying to get. That's the thing about what they're doing. You can't.
So and they've crossed the goal for that. I mean, $20,000 was add animated panels with AR viewing technology, so that is going to be part of it. They hit the stretch goal. $35,000, which they're a ways off from that. You get a 1 minute of full animation to the AR animated comic, and $60,000 you get three minutes. So, they've got a demo of the augmented reality. I think we just saw that. It's a 1 minute deal there. Let's see if it's the same thing we just saw in the main video.
So here we go. So perhaps you're reading this comic book in a digital on an iPad. You just flip through the pages. And here's the secret. You point your camera right through it. You reveal the animations. Sound. Not just that, here's the physical book. We printed on paper as prototype. You do the same thing. It does the same thing. So here we go. Hopefully we can integrate this technology to the book, but this process is really expensive. So in order to do that, we really need your help to back us, to share this campaign with your friends and family so we can hit the stretch goal together and to unlock this excitement. Thank you.
That's interesting.
That is a lot of effort. I mean, yeah, on a technical level, I've worked with marketing firms who did augmented reality for product placement and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the thing is,
it's a lot of work, and the thing is, you can't you can't create it once and reuse it. You have to, the next time you create it, it's
a whole new one.
A whole new one. It's the work all over again.
Now he was just pointing the camera at it and making that happen. I mean, I would think you'd have to download some kind of an app or something, wouldn't you?
Yep. It's a standard app. It's just like the barcode reader.
Yeah, the QR codes.
Yeah, exactly. See, the thing is, the app would read the page itself, and it will. But the thing is, I think you have to be logged in to their server, so that way it can reference the artwork to an animation.
Okay, so see now it only lasts as long as their server lasts.
Exactly.
This is why I don't buy digital things that I don't own the digital copy of. All right, so that's the driver. They have funded; they're over double their funding, so they're going to make it. Black Duchess has ended. Cool. Black Duchess has ended, so we're not even going to look. The Crime Busters, number 1 through 3, an ode to teen detectives. The Crime Busters asks, "What if the monsters from Scooby-Doo were real?" Oh, you'd have the Rascals. No. Let's take a look.
Wait a minute. 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 1 through 3. Yes. So it's kind of like, it's not exactly an Archie style, but it's kind of got an Archie flavor to it.
Don't play the video. Scroll down. Let's see the art.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Set of PDFs, 1, 2, and 3. Look at that. Let's see if they show us the art. That would be the. Show us the interiors.
Yeah. Oh, this is. Oh, come on. You serious?
Okay, issue number 3, sneak preview. Here we go. Okay, so I don't know if it's going to be.
Oh no! Stop. Right there. Look at the words in the balloon inside the balloon.
Which balloon? There are several balloons.
All of them. Oh, that's wrong on so many levels. I would have backed it if I didn't see that. But I can't. That's terrible.
I don't see any misspellings. Just
Well, it's not the misspellings. It's the way the lettering is. It's terrible.
Oh, you don't like the centered lettering?
Oh no, it's not about that. It's this is terrible lettering. Look at the word die.
Yeah.
I mean, if you scroll up a little, you'll see some of the words are way too close to the borders of the balloons.
That looks like it was typed using a font.
Yeah, it looks like it was done in, say, Microsoft Word or something like that.
Yeah, yep. Comic Sans. But we'll back out of that one.
Let's really back up.
Let's look
all the way to Cleveland.
Let's see if we can get any more out of this, because I saw John Celestri. John the Animator is funding. He has funded. We have had John on the show before talking animation. John's are you familiar with John Celestri, George?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you guys worked in similar fields, so.
Yeah, Nelvana.
Yeah, exactly. Worked for the same company.
Yeah, I actually held actual animation cells that he drew in my hands.
Okay. Well then, let's see if let's see how he animates his own comic preview. Okay, so he didn't animate it, but we did get a big slideshow of it. There is a PDF for Dragon and Cupcake, and there is a PDF for Stinky Pirates, and a PDF for Mega Moose.
Yep. I looked at it. I was ready to back it, but he lost me at a few images in this presentation.
Okay.
If you scroll down, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Let me know when I get there.
Keep going. You'll know when we see it.
Ant, cheetah, hawk, owl, otter.
Huh. I thought that was cute.
It's the whole Shazam story, only he turns into a Mega Moose.
Yep.
There's Snuffy and Zoe. Oh, it's bigger than a Richie Rich comic. That's what he's showing. Okay.
Oh. He removed the. Okay, if keep going. I think he removed that particular piece of art.
There's the Ash Can edition from Mega Moose.
That's an animator. Look at the way he does all his lines and stuff.
Yeah. That's the end of the road there.
Yeah, he removed. Okay, that's fine. Oh, wait a minute. What about all these pictures here? Can you click on the...
Uh-huh.
Keep going. Okay, so it's just the same stuff that we saw below.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay, cool.
Not bad. A lot of stuff out there on There's a lot of stuff out there on Indiegogo that you can get into.
Actually, what's his featured tier?
That would be. Let me go forward again. I don't think he didn't have a featured tier. It starts off with one of the PDFs.
Huh.
So he's got $3 and $4 PDFs, and you can get the Dragon Pack, which is the Dragon and the Cupcake, the Snuffy and Zoe Draw and Color. You can get the Pirate Pack. Zero claimed on all those. What's gotten backed on this thing then? Nikki's Power Pack. Okay, get the Toy Box Adventure sets. The bigger packages are what's getting backed.
Yeah.
And Johnny's All Stars. Okay, but yeah, no featured tier. It's just PDFs. He must have he might be a sneaky Pete and has these secret tiers that people back that don't show up down here.
No, what a terrible concept.
There are people who do that, George.
How dare they?
And you end up, and then you end up getting things in your perk that you didn't even know were there. You're just like, I paid for 2 comic books, but they sent this all this other stuff too.
What the hell's going on here?
How do I send this back?
Yeah. And then when you do an unboxing, people are going like, I missed out on this. Oh my God.
Oh, what is this? Campaigns I funded recently. Look at the. Wait a second. Oh.
Dare you, sir?
You remember when we were looking at? Dang it! It keeps logging me out. Remember when I said what's the point of putting your name and your anonymous business stuff on there? That does show up somewhere. It doesn't show up on the campaign, but if you look at somebody's profile, if they've left it anonymous, you don't see it in the campaigns I've funded recently.
Oh, you son of a gun!
But if you put your name on it, I did just find this out because I'm like, I know it showed up somewhere. If you go to the profile, then it'll show.
And what you backed.
Yeah, once you backed, it'll show what you've backed if they go to your profile and look at just you. So yeah, you can see it all down this way here. So what have you been up to lately, George?
Well,
you draw comics and stuff.
Yeah, I do, but lately I've just been slumming, looking for a life coach.
Look, yeah, that's I wonder. You can, people are crowdfunding everything these days. I bet people are selling life coach services on Indiegogo. Wouldn't that be? Well,
Oh yes.
you can get a coach certification.
Oh my. Oh yes.
You can get an ADHD coach certification if you can pay attention long enough to reach the end of the class.
Oh, we gotta get this to testify.
get it to soy rage.
Soy rage, yeah.
We'll find a way to monetize a life coach.
We gotta break the memory cloud barrier on Finatra and get all. Oh my God, this was at our fingertips. Are you kidding me?
All the time, man. All you had to do is search for it. You can crowdfund a life coach. Here's the Pavlok 3. It's a mindfulness coach on your wrist. They've made $313,000 for an alarm clock.
With an alarm clock with.
Well, let's see. Maybe they have a video.
With handcuffs, maybe.
Yeah. They do have a video. Let's secretly
They love me. They really, really love me.
What is this? The Pavlok 3 changed your life. What if my habit is buying things off of Indiegogo?
It's not a smartwatch, but it improves any watch you attach it to.
I have a Timex. Let's see it.
It's not an alarm clock, but it wakes you up better than any alarm could. It's a mindfulness coach on your wrist, a way to snap out of autopilot, and an opportunity to take control of your mornings, your habits, your life.
It's an alarm clock.
Form good ones. Conquer distractions. Reclaim your focus. Be mindful, present, and aware.
It's an alarm clock.
That showed me absolutely nothing of what this thing does.
It's an alarm clock, and they hook it up to your skin, so that way when it's what do you call it? Alarms you. When it does, the timer comes down, it actually sends a shock to your body.
Oh, okay. So it's like like Pavlov.
Yeah.
It's shocking you every once in a while.
What's the last month saying?
He said Joe King, whoever that is causing trouble on your channel. You shouldn't leave him unattended. So.
Oh yeah. He's been running for the last 57 minutes. He's been flying through the stars.
Oh. You left the stream going?
Yeah. I told everybody this is the 5-day anniversary all night stream.
That's
people think I'm gonna be there. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Let's look over. Let's pop over and have a look from your channel. Let's see what everybody else is seeing.
I'm absolutely doing that.
You son of a gun.
Let's snipe George's stream here. Now, if you copyright strike me, man, there's gonna be hell to pay.
Yeah. Okay. Right now, this is where I make my pitch. So, RJ, how much is in your wallet right now, and how much can you leave partake with?
Well, right now I have like nothing in my wallet.
Okay,
but I do have sold. That's exactly how much. What a coinky dink! That's exactly how much we needed. I do have $85 in my PayPal and $20 in my crypto.
You're killing me. There's not enough there for me to even handle the service charges. Gosh darn it.
Let alone the shipping. Wait, what are you shipping anyway?
I don't know.
What are you service charging? Ooh, I have State of Survival here. My son's been downloading games. I should play that. So does who is this guy? This is Grover, Super Grover, right?
This is Joe. Yeah, he's just flying through the stars right now. He's going to be. It's going to take a while.
I didn't know Joe could fly.
Oh yes, he can. Because of the magic cape, he can fly. Oh, one creator asked me. I asked a bunch of creators to do a 3-page Joe King delivers a pizza to their universe, to their characters, and I'll pay for the work, right?
Yeah.
And one creator asked me, so
right.
what's Joe's powers? I said he flies. And you go, no, really, what's his powers? I go, no, seriously, he flies. That's it. He's got no powers.
That's it. Power of flight.
Yeah, exactly.
Can he fly?
You take away the
super
cape,
fast,
he's grounded. What's that?
So he's okay. But he can fly. When he's flying, can he fly at light speed, or is he just fly as fast as he can propel himself?
Yeah,
fast as he could run.
He moves so fast through the universe that
that's not an answer.
It actually looks like negative space. Instead of seeing black and white stars, you see white and black stars. That's how quickly he flies through the space.
Okay, so he can go fast.
Well, you
so
understand
he
why.
Can go very, very
you understand why we see black in the universe. It's because the light from that part,
absence of light, right,
has not hit us yet. That's why we see black. But if you're moving so fast through the universe that you're actually getting bombarded by the actual particles where you originally saw no light, now you will see the light.
Whose face was that?
So quickly. What's that?
That nebula, we can't reverse this, damn it. That nebula he just passed through was somebody's face. That was a woman's face.
It was?
It was. I swear it was the Amy Grant cover that they used for Doctor Strange.
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, unless
passing by
they
green volcanic.
It went out thousands of light years and stood in front of the Hubble Space Telescope to take pictures.
Well, yeah, there's that. So where's he going?
I have no idea.
Oh, now he's
on the move.
Lighting. Causing all kinds. What Harrelberg is just so on. He's putting links out there. He's even putting links out to books we're not even talking about.
How dare you, sir? How dare you bring up a book that we haven't even talked about?
I'm trying to.
Gosh.
I'm trying to show it, but for some weird reason. Okay. StreamYard. I'm clicking on now. There it is. It's slow and I'm running this YouTube thing. That's all.
Oh, take the full screen off, and the video I think will be okay. And the streaming
that's what I'm doing.
Jaggy.
There we go. Yeah, now okay, now it's all white and blue. Wow, he's been going at this for over an hour.
Oh yeah,
he should be getting somewhere soon.
It's a long flight.
He made it.
I mean,
starting over again.
The camera guy who took the pictures was, had to fly ahead, to capture just the right moment.
Well, that's the guy who doesn't get nearly enough credit in the comic books. It's when you see newspaper photos of Superman in flight, and and it's like he's coming at you like this, like, who took the picture?
Exactly.
Because it's not like a super selfie. Somebody's flying up there with him. So now see, okay, now what are we looking at here? This is a weird fractal kind of design thing.
That's an actual nebula, one of the many nebulas in space.
All right. Well, okay. You're gonna kill it.
All right.
Padlock. Can it change my life? This thing never did tell us what it does. They made $300,000 off of it.
It electrocutes. You just purchased a little doohickeys to electrocute you on a countdown. That's all.
It's tell me something about this, guys. Tell me what it does, or wear it together with your Apple. Okay. Oh, look at this.
Have you ever seen commercials where they say, this formula may save your life, and you know what? Before I tell you about that, I got to tell you about my childhood and how I grew up. And then they go through childhood, and then they come back, and this formula really helped me, clear my skin. And let me tell you about my experience. And then they go through their experience, and then they come back, and now I'm about to tell you exactly what you need to learn. But before I do that, you got to do this for me. And it's like,
oh, geez, 7 days of battery life, water resistant, full charge in just an hour. Does it even tell time?
No, man, it electrocutes you.
Padlock 3 lets you win back your focus by providing you with the right sensations at the right time, making you mindful of your habits and behavior.
Told you.
Vibrate. Light vibrations gently glide your attention without disturbing your day. Okay, so I'm going to be wearing that on my right hand because I'm right-handed.
I called it.
If it's going to be vibrating, then I'm going to... if it's vibrating, the last thing I'm doing is strapping it around my wrist.
Yeah. It'll help you with your Johnson.
You want to make my day better? I'm putting it. I need a smaller band, but
yeah. Imagine you're in a business meeting and you're about to shake a woman's hand, and and as you're shaking her hand, the thing actually sets off the reminder, and the woman's going like, "What just happened here? What's going on?"
Kismet. Chime, music and tones remind you of what's important and celebrate your victories. Okay, that's
just like a standard phone.
Just like a phone. And Snap, the new and improved Snap jolts you out of negative loops and brings you back to the present. It electrocutes you. It knows if you're sitting there like doing nothing. It says we're not moving. He's not doing anything. It's middle of the day. He's at work. He's daydreaming. I'm here. I'm awake.
Yeah, this is what's called voluntary electrotherapy.
Jeez. Oh, it comes with a suite of apps that makes full use of Padlock's functionalities. This is
It will electrocute you to the tune of the Beatles.
You know what? I'm a guy who stays up later than I should because I get stuck in internet rabbit holes. I bet somebody gave you money, George.
No.
Tatsunami had a payday. Just drink some coffee.
No, saying ain't so.
But I would need this to be like rechargeable. So it's like at like 9 o'clock when I should go to bed, which was like 20 minutes ago. It vibrates, and then 10 minutes later, it like just gives me a quick injection of like NyQuil or something, and makes me go, "Oh crap!"
Oh, for crying out loud! I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
You don't believe what?
It's just the things.
Is there a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing. Just refresh.
I want pizza, by the way. Wow. Yeah, it's a couple of things now.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Testify said that I make the most money for the least amount of backers. But
you did. You made
it. Oh my God.
Now I got
now I have to deliver. Oh my God.
Yes. Yep. Good luck. Good luck with that.
I like to thank World Peace and to every backer that's backed it.
The Academy. Why did this thing lose my login?
I'd like to thank the Academy as well.
This thing keeps logging me out as I move around it. I'm like, I've been in here looking at your pages. Let's go to my contributions and then my referrals. Because I want to see if this is, nope, this did not go up. One person had backed that project through my links of some kind.
Very nice.
But none of these other jokers did. So
I am so grateful to everybody who is supporting me with this project. I'm going to be providing everybody a spaceship. I've showed off the spaceship on Twitter, and
you and Elon Musk.
Yeah, it's going to be glorious. I'm also including original art, 5 original pieces of art.
No, excuse me.
I know. I'm making you sleepy. It's like right now. We need to testify to say, "Kill the stream." What the hell's going on here?
You've got 20 backers, and you're like, this is going to be 120 pages at 10 by 15. Okay,
yeah,
that's first thing I see, right? But then
that's where we're heading. That's where we're heading.
Okay, but that's not what it says. It doesn't say that's where we're heading. It says this is what.
Look at the stretch goals. Look at the stretch goals.
I know stretch goals. You got to get 150 backers before you get that 10 by 15.
That's right. There's a long. It's a long.
You've got 20.
There's a long distance between now and December.
Okay, 100. Oh, because you're looking at the in demand in December. Okay, yeah, shipping in December.
I'm shipping this in December.
Cool.
Yeah.
So if we get to 300
when I'm done with Indiegogo, I'm going to go over to Kickstarter and run it for 30 days. After Kickstarter, I'm going to have it on my direct online store for the duration, just for the books only. The spaceship, all the good stuff is only available on Indiegogo. On Kickstarter, it's just the books. After 30 days on Kickstarter, it'll be on my website, and on my website again, it's just the books, nothing else.
So you got a merit-based contest going on as well. So whoever refers the most people, I referred one.
That's a lot. That one made the difference.
I know. It's well, when every one is $100,
yeah, that's right.
Reward with a free 3D print. Well, I've already ordered a 3D print, so I would get
these 3D prints will be the oversized 3D prints. I just wanted to make it a little extra special.
Gotcha.
I
just pulled a note out of my pocket that I almost put in the laundry tonight.
But you know what? The way I project it, and depending on how everything's going, I quite possibly think I could be doing a lot more free stuff in the project between now and December.
Well, you got free shipping on this thing too, so.
Oh yeah, here's the thing about the shipping. It's the shipping is I know the shipping cost exactly how much it goes out of Canada.
Yep.
To the United States primarily, and the rest of the world. But there's some places in the world where the shipping cost is like anywhere between $5 and $15 more than what my projection is, and which is fine. I will eat the cost. I will not change the price at all. I will get you that book. I will get that book to China. I'll get the book to Timbuktu, Zimbabwe. Even though the shipping is exorbitant, I don't care. I'm not going to pull a Doug to Naples. I'll get that product into their hands, and I don't. It's the price is not going to change.
That's cool.
Because a lot of people said to me, no digital. I go, yeah, because the mission for this particular campaign is we want to go to the oversized, to get
Right.
to the oversize.
Yeah, for a guy who's always saying no digital, you have no digital.
That's right. Somebody, a few heads of Pangea kind of blew their gaskets.
So I want to take this moment to make a PSA here real quick. We try to do this every night. Tuesday night, we will not be live streaming Tuesday night. And yes, Tatsunami, I'm sure he's going to send it to Switzerland.
Of course.
I have, I think you know, George, I've recently moved down here to the Ozark Mountains in Arkansas, and it's a very kind of a touristy area to where if you get like off the beaten path, which is the roads I have to drive to get to work, you find touristy things. Well, one of the things I found was a candy store. I mean, it's like it's on a curb. It's got a big-ish parking lot, but there's like nothing around it. It's just like, you know, generational candy store. Hundreds of. I went in, I bought some candy, sent it to a friend, and they were like, "This is really good stuff." I'm like, "Well, good. They make good candy. It's Greer's candy." But when I'm in there getting this stuff for them, there's artwork on the wall, hand-drawn artwork, and these, you know, touristy kind of pamphlets that have been printed out that they're selling in like a little binder for $5 or $10 about animation. And I'm like, you know, well, who's the animator person here? And the elder statesman of the candy company, the candy factory there, Dr. Martin Greer, he's like 80 something years old, and he comes around the corner real slow, you know, Arkansas, slow talker anyway, and he takes me out of the candy store behind the building where he's got another building, which is his studio, and he taught animation, hand-drawn animation at the high school level in the 1970s, and he was the only class in the world doing that at the time. And he still has all the cells, all the hand-drawn animation there in his studio.
By the way, while you're talking, can you scroll up just a little? I just want to take a screen grab of that number.
This number?
Yeah, right there. Perfect. Continue, please.
And anyway, his class was commissioned, I guess. They got permission to do the animated videos for Ray Stevens, The Streak, and Guitar Zan. So if you've seen those videos that were in the 70s, that was his class that did that. So Tuesday, I'm not going to be live streaming because I'll be using my phone, and I think that it would be a slow enough pace that I really want to record and edit and kind of get some things cleaned up. But I will be at the Greer Candy Factory again because the candy store is closed on that day, and Dr. Greer is going to meet with me and basically go over his history, show the stuff he did. That he's done a lot of stuff. I mean, he is a doctor. He got his doctor in art from the University of Arkansas. He's got these model cars there. I'm like, is that like a model Batmobile? Because it was black and it was sleek and had like the bubble canopy top. He's like, no, I made those cars. And he had a trophy next to one of them, and I want to say it was General Motors. But these were the models for concept cars that would be submitted to the manufacturers, and he won first place trophy for one of the concept cars that he sent in there. So we'll be showing off stuff like that. Very, very interesting man, and I want to make sure that, you know, since he is you know, a cartoonist and an animator and all this other stuff, I think that our crowd would really like to see his stuff, and I think he's kind of being undervalued where he is right now in the world and with what he's done. I mean, you know, he's probably doing all right with the candy store because it's like $25 for a pound of chocolate, and there was no shortage of business while I was there, and it's good chocolate. It's really good stuff, and big pieces. But it's, you know, he's passed that down to his grandson who's running the place now. It's one of those tourist stops. So yeah, you know what? Hey, thank you, Heroinberg. Yeah, brought up the YouTube channel. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna just doggone it. I
gotta admit, I gotta tell you, you know, the stress of moving to such a remote location, to make ends meet, to do work and stuff like that, but also see a silver lining in it. I mean, it's absolutely wonderful. It's hardcore Americana, to actually be put in a situation where you're working to the American dream, and also finding the joy around you to help you hit that dream.
Oh yeah. Here is the video. I'm gonna pause it real quick here. And surprisingly enough, or serendipitously enough, it is on Dr. Greer's channel. This is Dr. Martin Greer. He was in Van Buren, Arkansas in 1975. So let's. I'm going to play a second of this because this is Ray Stevens' music.
Oh yeah. Be careful, eh?
It is news across the nation on the scene at the supermarket.
Okay, so that's I'll just jump ahead here.
He's just as proud as he can be.
So yeah, it's a certain style of art. Again, it was high schoolers that were doing all this, and he showed me a photo for provenance, him and Ray Stevens, him signing the permission slip basically, and he showed the letter too, that says sort of I, Ray Stevens, hereby give permission for this class to do the Okay, so cool. Very cool.
That's awesome.
You know what, George? It's 2.5 hours. I think we're gonna kill the stream.
I know. What the hell we've been doing all this time?
I don't know. I thought I was going to talk about a book, and I didn't get around to it. Everybody, we saw a bunch of other cool books, and if you want, to get yourself electrocuted or vibrated, go check out The Watch. If you want
Pavlok. You got to get that Pavlok.
Get a Pavlok and let technology rule you instead of the other way around.
Just wrap it around your Johnson.
Yeah,
you'll be alerted real quick.
You especially if you're waiting for vibrations and you get the shock. Ooh.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody go out there and back Joe King, saving everyone again for the first time. You will be happy with what you get. This is like a Transformer campaign, more than meets the eye.
Yes,
George, appreciate you coming on, man. Been pleasure talking with you as always. George and I talk a lot off stream, so we share ideas, and he gives me a lot of sound business advice. George is kind of like my life coach.
Wait, what? just send $3,200 to care of Testify HD, and we'll call it square.
Got it. Thanks for coming on, everybody in the chat. Appreciate you being here. As I always say, we don't have a show without you, and